this is an important conversation, sober-minded conversation, because a lot of times you get the romantic aspect of making music, like I do it for the love, you know, I'm all this different stuff. But again, like, time is an investment, family is an investment. Like you have these aspirations that go beyond that. But getting back to the craft itself, when was the first time somebody told you you were whack?
The first? Dang.
Yo, I was about to do the Pat Beverly on Knucklehead, and like, nobody ever told me I was whack. But no, first time somebody told me.
I don't think, he might be right. I don't think nobody told Pat Beverly you whack, because I think he would have stolen.
Yeah, I agree.
So he might be accurate. But go ahead. I'm
still on a bum. So what? So I had an opportunity when I was like 19 to get my music heard by DJ K Slay. So for those of you who may not know, at that time, this is 2002, 2003, so mixtapes by DJs are like, that's how you get in the game. So that's 50 Cent G-Unit, that's Cameron and Dipset, that's how you got in. Yeah. Fabulous and DJ Clue. And K Slay at the time was like, he was the anti-hero to the DJ Clues and the DJ Envies who were like now making industry moves. K Slay was like the streets DJ, right? So there was another DJ, say his name, okay. This DJ, his name was DJ Radio, that was almost like an apprentice for him. So a friend of mine was getting on these, he was cool radio, and then he got on a K Slay tape. And I was like, yo, you made it. And then I'm like, yo, like, hook me up.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, yeah, send me your best freestyle. So I sent him this freestyle, I performed it everywhere. It was tried and true. It was mixed properly. And I was like, this is the one. This is going to get me on this mixtape.
Yeah.
And dude came back and destroyed it. It was like, this is terrible. Your flow is off. What are you talking about? Like, it was... And like, I just had the stuck face. Like, yo, I never, ever up until that point had been told. And I've been rapping since I was 7, 8 years old. Never been told I was trash. And that, like... just completely, my eyes was on my chin, like just completely messed my face up. Like, how dare you? But in hindsight, he was right. It was definitely amateur, and I needed to step some of the logistics up, the other things that people don't talk about: delivery, cadence, confidence. Those things I didn't necessarily have.
That's facts.
How about you, bro?
I'm gonna be honest, like, even in that car, I don't think nobody explicitly was like, yo, that's trash. But like, there was just a general consensus like, all right, what y'all want to listen to next? Like, it was like, clearly I didn't love it. Clearly I didn't love it. But no, y'all didn't say it was whack, so I can't use that one. I was honest, I don't really recall a very direct shredding like my man's. But I do recall something funnier that is kind of close. When I was in college for 2 weeks, I was, it was quick. It was quick, short-lived. Yeah. I was up on campus. I was going to Wittenberg, and there's a little frat party, whatever, and they doing a freestyle party out back, or a little freestyle thing out back. Bruh, so I come in late. It's already heated up back there. Yeah. And, like, at the time, I was new to being intoxicated. So, like, I didn't know my limits yet. So, like, I go to the party and I see it going down. I was like, oh, I'm about to get busy. Because back then it was streets to beats. So I was like, everybody about to get it. So I go out there. But I'm, like, drunk now. Like, so I spit, bro. I don't remember nothing I said. But I remember that it was the dude's turn to go second, bro. And he is, like, a freestyle king, like murdering my outfit,
he starts battling
battling me.
When the battle jumps off in the cipher, yes.
Bro, and he's but it's like 7, like no lie, in a backyard, 70 people, and it's like smack. Everybody's like, oh, look at you, bro. And I was just standing there, and the only thing I could do was still on him. So I just stole on him.
Oh my God.
Bro, I told you I was drunk, bro. I no lie. When I saw Kevin Hart's stand up and he did that, like, I resonated with that because that's exactly the face that I had, and I just was like, I don't know any other move but punch. So yeah,
that's the realest way to lose a battle, bro. Is to just straight up.
You want to know what's funny? One of my clients now went to Wittenberg and was there, and he brought that up recently. I didn't remember it until he brought it up. I was literally blacked out, bro. I didn't remember it until he brought it up. I was like, dang. I connected. It was bad. I mean, it was bad. It was one of those. Remember when Floyd hit that one dude when he wasn't looking?
Oh man,
like that's
here he is. He think it's for the arts. It's for the love.
No,
you come through,
bro. No, he was doing all the murder mook in your face. I come with the clicker. Where's you at, nigga?
And you win.
And I just was like,
yeah. So I love it. I did like I've watched so many battle videos that the one like it just resonates with me. The ones where literally the physical altercation comes up.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny because it's so clearly a loss. Like
yeah,
you know, like it's like the loss is like for you to be so emotional
that you conceding the battle.
Oh, bro, it's it. It's a wrap. Like you know, you hit me too deep, and now I got to respond. Okay, so that happened to you.
Yeah,
I will say, like, look, both of y'all. This isn't my first time. Somebody told me this, but both of y'all in your own ways have told me that I was whack, like at some point. So like
you said it directly. I don't remember.
Yeah, like this is a personal like you know my memories are sitting with me right now. Like you know, so this isn't like some dude from back in the day. Like you know, like nah, this is y'all. Like you know, my cousin Cam was probably the first one to hit me on some like direct stuff. But then y'all, like I remember playing y'all some stuff, and you hit me with the indirect, like you know. Something else was happening in your phone, or you just had to take a call outside, or just something else needed your attention.
That sounds about right.
And then you was just like, nah, this ain't it. Like, you know.
Yeah, he's that guy.
So it's so funny because the way y'all responded translates to y'all's experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody told you straight up trash, and somebody else told you in a different way. And I
think timing when you were introducing yourself to me musically, like I had so much admiration for you, like because of like you were low key like one of the core like pillars in my faith. So I didn't even feel right.
But that's it. Like that can pollute real feedback. Like
it's all about the heart and reason behind you asked for the feedback, and the reason why I was so direct from you towards you was number one. Thinking back on that situation, how much it improved me. And then number two, to Terrell's point, I heard a lot about you when we met. Like, yo, this dude, we crazy, da-da-da. If you like his brother, you gonna love him. So I'm like, okay. And then the way you approached me was on the super humble. Like, you could have came up and been like, no, I'm Taylor Gray. Yeah. He's like, nah, he bought some merch and said, hey, I would love to go to lunch with you one day and let's just talk. And he was just, you know, picking my brain back before people was turning that into a hustle. Like, yo, pick your brain.
Bro, that ain't even real. Like, the pick your brain is not feedback. It's
exactly.
Like, let me find a way for you to affirm me.
Exactly. And that's what I was getting to is like, I could tell based off the conversation that we had was that you really wanted to get better. So when somebody wants to get better, that's like, I'm chomping at the bits to help somebody get better. I hate when people, here's the thing I hate, when people send me their music and it's already done. And tell me and ask me what they think.
Yeah.
No drafts.
Yeah.
Like if you send me a project and it's fully mixed and mastered, what is my opinion gonna do for you other than affirm you? You know what I'm saying? Both of y'all recently y'all send me rough drafts. I'm able to do, hey, try this. Hey, you should try this. Or no, this is great. Just lay it down for real. And like that's
real.
Like nah, dog. I need. If you want me to help you, if you want me to help you get better, I'm here. I'll tell you that you're trash because I know that trash is gonna pull the greatness out of you.
Yeah, I've had both experiences, like the draft and the full like mix and mastered. And you're right. There's different responses to sharing feedback in a draft stage versus sharing feedback in a final stage. Like if you share it in the draft stage, it's like, oh, okay, you know, I'll take this back and maybe I'll take some things into consideration, or maybe I just won't release this, you know. But if it's final, oh yeah, this is coming out next Friday, bro. I just wanted you to have an early joint, and it's just like, bro, this ain't it. Then you just don't interact with that person anymore. Like, or they just, it's like they're releasing it in your face, like like I'm gonna show you, like like they're gonna like it and you go like, but bro, it's a very tricky balance when you're messing with the ego in that way. I say that to connect to the earlier conversation we were having about business, because it is about business in a very serious way. You have to consider whether or not you're going to do this, but it's also about getting better. Like you have to improve. You have to be able to take the craft serious enough to make sure that you don't stay the same throughout the entire time that you decide to make music or put your thoughts and attention into artwork like that. So I think that's a very undersold aspect of the process of becoming a successful artist is improvement, becoming better. Like taking feedback for what it is and saying, you know what, I need to reinvent myself, or I need to sharpen up this aspect, or define my audience. Like this is the audience that feels where I'm coming from. So I'm gonna spend time focusing on y'all, and then these other folks, maybe they get involved in the journey, maybe they don't. So I want to thank y'all for just like this kind of conversation, man. Because listen, y'all, this can really go in a whole lot of different directions. I'm just trying to be respectful of y'all's time.
Forget their time.
We'll
have a part 2. I'm gonna just text my wife and be like, we got 5 more minutes.
This is real-time decision making right now. We are not responsible for the outcomes.
Babe, I love you.
Any of this.
I love you, babe.
I just know the risk.
We only been here for 19
taken.
minutes.
Hey, listen, I just know the risk that
Shane got 27 minutes.
That text was risky. Like this is
the
actions done here are not the views shared.
I'm saying on the Breakfast Club, Jay-Z got 1 hour 15 minutes. The baby had 23 minutes. So like, don't give me 10 minutes short.
They pay for those slots.
They do?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
The increments. You notice they're all either 20, 30, 40.
I thought it was whoever had something else to do.
I bet Jay didn't pay for that slot. He ain't been back in 10 years.
Nah, but what I'm saying is like
for some of the lower tier guys.
Like the label orchestrates. And of course, Jay-Z's not paying to get on the Breakfast Club. But like if it's a guy who's like, yo, I need to get on the Breakfast Club. Okay, here are our rates. For 20 minutes, it's this.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Man, I'm gonna look at this so much differently. Like, how crazy are you to get your album in stores? Like,
because envy will end it. Envy will land the plane quickly.
He will, and Charlamagne won't even look at you sometimes. He'll be over like looking up like, oh yeah, so tell me about that situation. He'll be over here as you explain and pouring out your heart, and then Angela Yee be on a phone from home.
So I was talking to one of my homegirls, and I was like, what? And then Envy will be like, so tell me about the time you started selling ink pens. Like, what? Their questions are terrible. Whatever.
Terrible. So okay. Anyway. So again, I have to get my answer to the question out. Like, what have we been listening to lately? Y'all were very hip hop heavy. I have to take a break from hip hop right now. Like personally, like rap is draining me. So I had to go. You guys may have seen. I'm in Thundercat right now,
bro. Like, Lone Wolf and Cub, bro.
Fam.
That you could play that at my funeral for us,
bro. I am loving just existing in that music right now. Like, and you've made some recommendations in the past that I wasn't ready for.
Which ones?
Tame Impala and you've mentioned Tame Impala.
Hiatus Coyote.
Hiatus Coyote.
Yeah, like I'm like entering into that phase. So I don't know if that's just so like what were you guys looking for when you were listening to those? Like were you looking for space? Were you looking for inspiration? Were you just looking to enjoy?
I think all rapidy rappers don't listen to rap. I think that's a
I do.
Misconception.
I listen to me.
But like
Terrell said.
But like a lot. So like rappers, like people will send us like rappers who like, hey, you like this? You rap? You like this person or not?
Yeah.
I don't really want to hear that right now. So most of the time my palette is very much like outside of that space.
So pause right there. Aren't there some rappers that no matter what, you will stop and you'll listen
absolutely
to? Okay.
1,000,000%.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. And now that I'm older, it's harder for me to get into a new artist. A new artist really has to show me something.
Yes.
I got my favorites. Like anytime this person comes out, like you ain't got to put out no single. Yeah. Just let me know when it's available. I'm on it.
Yeah.
But K-Tronada, Hiatus Coyote, King, like all of those artists that I absolutely love and just have very little to do with hip hop, but still have elements of hip hop in their music.
Yes.
I mean, I think you just find that stuff. You just find it either like from the SoundCloud days, or you got a friend who's into that, or you know, in some instances, it's a girl that puts you on, or like it makes its way to you. As cliche as it sounds, like you find it. Word of mouth still reigns.
That's real.
So let me ask you a specific question.
All right, I will just
not you come back to it. Yeah, no. I'm gonna ask. When was the last time a Christian artist inspired you?
Ooh.
Kanye West.
No, we're not doing that. No,
why?
No, because I understand what you're saying, but he's bigger than a genre. You know, like
so
you're
West. Specifically meaning somebody who's clearly a Christian rapper, or are you worship music, or are you speaking of hip hop specifically?
Yeah. Like I mean, you know, like there's ways like inspired you, like legit, like they wear it on their chest as a flag, or they're very explicit in their content. And
I think it would probably be Toby Nwigwe. If that's how you pronounce his last name.
Tobe Nwigwe.
Is that how you say it? I say it real phonetic, but I know it's probably.
I know, yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, dude, and this is where I was going to piggyback him, so I think it ties in, like, rap, there seems to be this need to be heard and understood.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to hear me and understand. But Tame Impala, Hiatus, Coyote, some of those guys, it's more about facilitating a mood and an emotion. And I think like guys like Kanye and Drake get that. Like it's not really about you got to hear every single bar. It's like no, facilitate a mood.
Yes.
And I think some of that might stem even the question that before you landed this plane all quick, that there might be this ain't even limited to music, that people misplace their security, their identity, that when I make music, getting feedback is a threat to me because I can't separate what I do from who I am. So I think that's one of the hindrances to receiving feedback.
That's real, bro.
It's like when I say that your record was trash, the reason people get offended is because it feels like you're saying I'm trash. Which that's not the case. So
yes,
you know.
Which means we could use specific words. Like lazy is saying your record is trash. Being specific and saying,
agree, yeah.
You know, this beat was trash, or your cadence was boring. You know, like
specific feedback is really.
Oh yeah,
and it takes more effort to think through like because you could feel trash. You know what I'm saying? But like, like this, like I'll just trash. But what do I not like about this thing, like from start to finish? And I think you've been good about that with me. You know, like you have said specific things like, oh, I think this could be added here to make this better. You know, or I think this was a little too complex for an average ear. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what he tells me.
Yeah, and it's just like, but that's good. Like it's like.
It is good.
If you listen to my latest album, Touch Not Thine, Anointed out, Swoop, thank you for everything you've done.
That record was Swoop, bruh. The one,
Never Failed.
Oh my God.
But there was a conscious effort to be simplistic, like on those songs, is to talk very specifically about what I wanted to say and not hide behind a bunch of metaphors. And that's feedback you gave me. And that's feedback my brother has given me. And others have just said, like, I want to, like, hear you, but you got to tell me something that I can understand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, there's an art to that. But then there's just like another, like in the very near future, I will just go back into complete rapidy rap mode, Royce the 5'9", etc.
Yeah.
But it's good to know that specific feedback helps.
Is Royce the 5'9" the best technical rapper of all time?
Nah, don't do the all time. I will say.
Well, other people seem to think so. I just was curious what's the
all
general
time? Is that the conversation now?
I said there is not a rapper who, from a technical standpoint, don't do that. I said there is not a rapper from a technical standpoint that raps better than Royce.
But when he said that in the salon, all I heard was Royce the 5'9", best all time.
That's what I'm saying. Is like you're saying.
He said technical,
that
but
raps is a present statement, and in what is different is has ever rapped.
So what I mean by that is if we take all the attributes of rapping,
yes.
So flow, cadence, content, delivery, all those things, there are people who are on par with Royce.
Yes.
But there's no one who is just unequivocally better. That's what I'm saying. Is he the GOAT? No, because Jay's the GOAT.
No, this is not that. We don't need to even give that disclaimer. Like, we're talking about technical rapping ability.
Because the only person you could make a case for is Lupe. And I think they wash each other out. I don't think you could put one over the other.
Man, that's an entirely different episode. Because now you got my mind going. Whenever we say all time, I feel like I'm disrespecting somebody if I go too quickly.
We just did a bracket on Clock Radio Speakers. We had to go through all the rappers.
This is fresh. This is fresh.
So every year
where did Andre 3000
because Andre's got to be in that.
Well, we got two. So what we're doing is we're breaking down years. So it's not just Andre 3000. We talked through 1996 Andre, 98 Andre, 2003 Andre, 2008 Andre, and then those are the ones that we picked. So most rappers got either one or two. Jay and Kanye are the only ones who got 3 years on the bracket. Mm-hmm. And then we randomized, then we broke them up into tiers, tier 1 and tier 2, and then we randomized the list to get the seating. So the seating, we didn't say this is the greatest rapper, because I think, like, for example, 2002 Eminem
what's
is
up,
not
King?
Hey, what's up, fellas? 2002 Eminem is not like
as
well, no, because I got one final question, and then we can leave.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah, we can end on this. This might be 5 minutes. All right. You take 1990 through 1999, and you take the year 2000 through 2009, and all the music produced in those respectively. Which hip-hop discography set are you getting rid of?
1990 through 99?
Yeah, so the 90s 2000. Rap versus 2000s.
I'm getting rid of 2000s.
You said that really quick.
Yeah.
90 through 99.
Yep. All the
and
music.
Then 2000 through 2009?
Yeah.
Oh, easily getting rid of 2000s. Easily.
Yeah, I'm getting rid of 2000s.
Oh.
I get access
Why
to
is that so
Illmatic,
easy? Hold on, just process it out loud.
2000, like one of the worst. That could probably be one of the worst decades in hip hop.
2007 is one of the worst years, if not the worst year in hip hop history.
Yeah.
That's the snap in the T era.
But hold on, what do you mean that's the worst? It was definitely transitional.
The Rockstar era is the worst era.
But that era set precedence for what we're seeing now.
Nah,
no.
Man, we could find some of those origins in the 90s.
Well, sure.
I mean, but to that point, a lot of the rappers who set the trends now are not popular rappers who are not popular with rappers. I say when we talk about influence, Soulja Boy, Chief Keef. Like, these are rappers that...
But here's the thing, though, bro. We are leaving behind some things in the early 2000s.
Y'all really... Because even Jay-Z, right? You had a Reasonable Doubt is in the 90s.
96.
But, like, because the Blueprint 1 came out in...
2001.
All right, so you talking about... So think about everything Ye, Lil Wayne,
No.
everything
This is
Drake.
early Ye. Like, I'm not attached to early Ye, personally. I'm not. I'm not.
Okay. I mean,
I'm not.
Fine. A World Without the Chronic, the infamous Doggy Style, Reasonable Doubt, Machiavelli, All Eyes on Me, Ready to Die.
Biggie, bro.
The
Just erased
the first
Biggie.
3 Tribe albums.
Erase
Biggie. The first 3 De La albums. I can do that. Stakes is high.
Equimini?
Oh my God,
I need Equimini.
Nah, Equimini is...
So there's nothing
like
in
the
the
third greatest rap album
there's
ever.
nothing in the
That's the best
2000s you
DMX
need.
years.
Yeah, it's dark and hell is hot. Yeah, I'm good.
I could live without DMX.
Well, I could definitely live without Nelly. I can definitely live without Ja.
Why are y'all naming those guys? Because the 2000s, bro, had hitters, bro.
Here we got 50, Eminem. These are people that I'm naming in a positive light. 50, yeah. Eminem. You got Later J. American Gangster's an amazing album.
You got Prime J. Don't do Later J.
I wouldn't say.
Jay
Depends on what you mean by
well, because
prime.
I'm saying Blueprint 1 through what? Because 09 is when Blueprint 3 came out. So there's Kingdom Come in between that. Yeah. There's American Gangster in between that. There's Black Album between that. Well, that's there, but I'm just saying, like,
best of both worlds.
You'd rather get rid of everything.
Yes.
After 2000,
you're
from
giving
Jay.
me a choice.
I'm just
you're
clarifying.
me a choice.
36 Chambers.
Yeah, you're
Iron Man, Cuban
eliminating a
Links.
lot of things. Like
Wu-Tang Forever?
all of those Ghostface albums, now you guys can laugh and joke on Common right now, but you couldn't do that in the 90s. You couldn't do that in the late 90s.
No.
Common in the late 90s, you would never do what you can do now. He's not new AI. Like that's not him back then. Like that's a totally different discussion.
Sorry, he ruined his legacy at Austin.
He did. But he's giving me an option to forget that. You know, like or to forget all of that.
No, that
even though B's
amazing.
Yeah, B is amazing,
but that's Kanye.
Yeah.
Kanye. I'm cool with that though. I'm cool with that.
You gotta admit there were some bad things in the 2000s.
Don't act like there weren't bad things in the 90s.
Absolutely.
Let's not do that.
Really like deep rooted elements that carried over from the 90s.
That's Nas.
Nas, bro. Best Nas.
Sure.
That's GOAT Nas.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's prime Snoop. Snoop was the most feared man in America. Snoop was feared like murderers. And then Doggy Style came out. Tupac going to jail and then coming out with Me Against the World
Tupac's
and signing
life.
Death Row. Oh my God.
Tupac's life.
That era is just so
and you
crazy.
know who I'm appreciating now that I did not before. I used to thought he was just total trash to me. Ice Cube. You know?
Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Ice Cube. I
know he's West Coast.
He got
but...
that we just carved him up in a rap battle phase. He about to spill on
somebody gets
Chill, Terrell, love you, dog. Yeah. Don't do this.
Because I don't need your list for the 2000s of people we can't. Because the only person I can hear from you is Wayne.
What you mean?
And Ye.
But that Ye wasn't even developed yet.
What do you mean?
That's still a great Ye though.
From 2000 to 2009.
When was his first album?
2003.
Yeah, like.
But you had
was Graduation in there?
Yeah, Graduation's 07. Here's the thing, and this is why we did the bracket on Clock Radio Speakers, is because like there's not one prime with Kanye and Jay. There's not one prime with Nas. Like Jay has a prime.
There's
with
not
98.
one prime with Nas.
There is one.
No, 94, 99. Oh. No.
I'm done with Nas.
No.
After I am.
That's fine.
I'm done.
But there's three. Okay, so we'll stay with Jay and Kanye. So you can say 98 is a prime Jay. That's Hard Knock Life. You could say 98, 99. You could say 01, Blueprint. You could say 03, Black Album. You could say currently, like I think he's in another prime right now, just lyrically. He's in another world right now. He's got 4 primes to me. Kanye has several primes.
He does.
College Dropout's a prime.
Legit.
Graduation's a prime.
Legit.
Dark Twisted Fantasy's a prime. 808s is as much as I don't like 808s, it's a prime. Yeezus in hindsight was a prime.
And now Jesus is King.
I think in hindsight we're going to see it's a prime. I just trust Kanye.
Yeah.
Sure.
I trust his genius. And I trust him.
So I like how y'all sidestepped my question of when the last time a Christian artist inspired you was.
Oh,
I mean,
I got the, like, I'm on record, like I've been fake blackballed by prominent Christian labels and all that stuff. From my opinion, like I don't care. Honestly, like the people that I listen to, I'd say Taylor constantly just makes me ball up paper and throw it in the trash. I hear him and I'm just like, I wish I could rap like that. So he inspires me, and then I can tell. And one of the pieces of feedback that I've given him has been like, I can tell you've been with the Lord. That's like a really good feedback. When I hear whenever I peek into that zone, I don't feel led to worship or to pray or to contemplate on the goodness of God or the sovereignty of God or something. It's always just like, oh, you trying to get on the radio. Mm-hmm. I don't really hear
you're
it.
Shooting the devil with the tech.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? My lyrical scriptures. I don't really hear it. So
got the sword of my tongue.
So I'm fortunate enough to be friends with people. Your most recent joint made me contemplate God. Whenever I hear Cam, I'm just like, Cam just raps really, really well, and I wish I could rap that. So fortunately, 99% of my inspiration from other Christian artists are people that I'm friends with. And I love that, because then I can also see y'all's lives too and see that this ain't just like malarkey.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think Swoop, outside of Swoop, Andy Mineo, I think has done some things that I was like inspired from a what's good like Christian perspective, but then just creative. But it's so few and far between because I don't go to Christian rap music for you know, to process life.
Right.
You know.
Well, Swoop and Show Baraka, outside of people
Show
I know,
Baraka's tight.
like Show has inspired me artistically, like just in general. There are some things that propaganda has done that have been inspiring. Some things, I think, just there are elements of creativity that come out in certain, and then there are producers like Dan Steele and you know, we mentioned Swoop,
It's a whole other
Wes, and all of those. Like all of these guys are like universally talented, but they love the Lord. So yeah, it was kind of one of those questions like, let's see where it goes,
I could care
you know,
less.
because generally speaking, I think it's not a default. You feel me?
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that's not a conversation that's had publicly.
Yes.
In the public square.
Yes.
It's like you got all these Christian artists, these Christian rappers, and I've always said this: you've got all of these people in the church that come from hip hop culture,
right,
but do not engage with Christian hip hop. There's a separation there.
Thank you, G. Craig.